It's Week 9 of the National Football League, and we'll see the Bears' sure-handed tight end. It was a nice line for him a week ago, reaching the century mark and scoring a touchdown. It's the Bears and the Bucs. All that and more coming up next.
Bit of a sloppy track here at Soldier Field. Still getting some of the wraparound rain bands of a low-pressure system that's hovered over Chicago the last couple of days. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Chicago Bears. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? Takes it at the 7. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his second year in the NFL now.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well. Won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play.
You always worry about those smaller receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field. But he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protected himself as best he could while completing the play.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. He finds his man complete. It's Cox. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. He's locked in early. 2 nice first down completions to start.
I like the fact that he's seeing the whole field early, spreading it around a little bit in the early going.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Inside give to Davis. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down. The numbers for Davis last week, 21 carries, 86 yards.
Well, partner, we've watched as they've reached 2 wins, 3 wins, 4, and then 5. And we kept questioning each week, how long can they keep this streak going? This team is rolling, and having someone like this who can really set the tone for your offense week in and week out is a big part of why they've been unbeatable as of late.
Davis will try to run for it. It's a gain of 4, and it gets him the first. The Bucs at 7-1 now on the year, and they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here, and if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason, and we know that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he's down into the red zone at the 16 after a gain of 16. 1st and 10. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4 of 4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
A first down carry for Davis. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 12 more yards there and another first down. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
Now a play fake here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. Davis. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
I thought they were onto something with their play call and kind of went in reverse a little bit. Threw it on first down, then ran it on second down. Not successful either way. What play call do they come up with here on this important third down try?
And this will be play number 10 on this pretty long opening drive. Here's third and goal. Now back to throw. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Buccaneers are on the board first here this afternoon. Right off the bat, they start with a very solid, methodical 10-play drive.
And you know me, I tend to look at things from the defensive side. They're coming off the field gassed right away. We're in the first drive of the game. So it's not just what happened, but think of the emotion you carry into a game. Then double it with getting a 10-play drive put on you and points scored. They're pretty tired right now.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And a look here now at their 4th-year quarterback.
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Here's 2nd and 8. And he's got his man on the out route. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 20. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their 2nd drive. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go, and we've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they aren't a 1st or a 2nd seed come playoff time.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. And Cooks has it over the middle. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Up the middle to Davis. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 11 yards there, just like last play.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage 1 play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up 1st and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far in this drive. This offense on the march.
They'll try and run for it with Davis. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great effort there with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Buccaneers are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, and not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced to punt to get the ball back, and they've played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after's up and good, and that'll make the score 14-0. The Bucs ready for the kickoff, and here we go. It's in the air. Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They go play action here on 1st down. He finds his man complete. That's Page. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. A good gain on 1st. Has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Up the middle they go. Barnett. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a 1st down, pick it up, and keep moving.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw here. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. 2nd and 6. He finds his man, complete. That's Barnett. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. They'll look to throw again. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Mills. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
No surprise they decided to throw on 3rd down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
Now we've got a field goal coming up here for Chicago. This is a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3.
So not exactly the response they were hoping for, but they'll take the 3 to at least get them on the score sheet.
Yeah, now's not the time to panic. All is well. Somewhat calm. Only down 14-0. So continue to play your game, take the points when they're there, and put the emphasis on your defense to go out and get you the football back.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
So here are the Bucs to take over on offense. Their win streak at 6 coming in and counting as they've got the lead right now beginning this drive 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He finds his man complete. It's Cox. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. And that's complete to Cooks. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 39. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Here's a give to Davis. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. Here's a 2nd and 7. Open man there. That's Bellamy.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
They'll run for it with Davis. And he's got the 1st as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Back to throw now on 1st down. He gets it to Cooks.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Second and 5. Throwing middle, and it's complete.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
1:58 left to play till we hit halftime.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And it's 21-3. A 10-play drive that time. And it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. Touchdown! A big play there. 57 yards.
And the Bears get a bit closer. And sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And from where we said, if you had told me that ball was somehow going to get from point A to point B, I would have told you no way. I mean, that was an absolute cannon shot, and he still dropped it right on the money, too.
And to put a bow on it, Next Gen Stats saying that traveled an even 66 yards in the air.
Extra point safely through, and it makes the score 21-10. Just a 4-play drive that time. And the end result is a Bears touchdown. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away.
Taking it about the 1.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. That's now a 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They'll look to throw here. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Now they try to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Back to throw again. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And, partner, it's safe to say that the secondary really contributed to that sack.
Yeah, nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They covered everything. Nowhere to go with the football. But my question is, why didn't he throw it away?
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go, and that'll make this an 8-point game.
So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Buccaneers out on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, all right, Brandon, thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we are officially into the second half of the season. Let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in the first half for Tampa Bay. And they've had plenty of success throwing the football so far this afternoon, as they're on pace to throw for over 300 yards if their form holds. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they weren't quite as successful throwing the ball as their counterparts were, but they still were able to move the ball reasonably well in that first half.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half.
And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. The Bears offense set to go to begin the third quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
He'll drop to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. It's caught inside the 25.
And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback?
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Barnett. It'll be a pickup of 8 and a good first step there with 2nd and goal coming up.
And they'll run again.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown.
A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Bears come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
They'll try and throw for it. Throws right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it worked works out. He hits the big target for the two-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
From the 6. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand new ball game, all tied here in the third as they have their first possession of this second half.
And Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
So one first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on 3rd down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to put this one away.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Onto the field now come the Bears.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the 3rd quarter. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
On 2nd down now. It's Barnett, and he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. He'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Up the middle they go. Barnett, and he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the 1st half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And it's a fake here on 4th and inches. And this is caught. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. A big breakdown defensively there on the fake punt. Turns into a huge play and a first down. And they were right in that gray area on the edge of long field goal range, maybe too short to punt it. So the defense probably was expecting this was a possibility.
They should have been. And in most cases, what you do on defense is you go to what they call punt safe. In other words, you leave your defense on the field, prepare for them to possibly go for it, and then you just have a little bit different responsibilities. You're not really trying to get a big return. You just want to make sure you get the ball back. But they fell asleep at the switch.
They'll set up a throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Mills. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. He's up to 88 yards receiving in the ballgame now, and he's got a first down.
And I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the 3rd quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
They'll run on first down. It's Barnett, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Bears have scored again in this 3rd quarter. This time the move out in front. Vedvik now for the extra point. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away.
This one fielded at the 5. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Nice idea, nice concept there. Line him up on the left side of the formation, let him sneak his way across, coming back underneath, put it in his hands, let him get a few more yards after the catch, too.
Great way to utilize a tight end on the drag route. Now a play fake here on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, Davis. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted.
And the Bears are going to get the football here at their own 23.
That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be second down. As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second down, here's an option right. And he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the fourth, a costly turnover. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
He dumps this off underneath. Here's Davis. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Second down and inches. Looking middle, and that's complete.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, a give to Davis. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
And here's Davis to run again on second.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. The Bucs on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money, in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
The try here for the extra point. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. 5 plays there on that drive. And it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away.
This one fielded at the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Chicago offense set to get started. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Barnett. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling the back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
On first down, it's Barnett, and he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll look to throw. Throw left side, complete. That's Barnett.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Back to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. 2nd and 1. Oh, there's that man. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Over the middle, it's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
I like what I'm seeing from them here. Tie game in the 4th quarter. They understand the situation. They don't need to be in any rush. Go ahead and huddle up and run your offense. That last completion put them in a nice position to take the lead in this game.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Now a handoff to Davis.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. Now to bring up 2nd down.
Here's the 2nd and 7. They'll set up the screen with Davis. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field.
While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. All tied up. Less than 2 minutes to go. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And they're looking at 4th down now in this tie ball game. And they'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the 2nd sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
Looking to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And a great job on special teams to down it as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
They begin with a run by Davis,
but only able to muster a gain up to the 8-yard line.
Second and 6. He finds his man, complete. It's Cox. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And this will be a first down as well, but the clock continues to move.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
They'll look to throw again.
And that's complete to Davis.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. Back to throw again. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. 4 quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us to see this one get an extra period to get settled?
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick 6 or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Bears offense now getting ready to take over.
All set up for him right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
6 yards left on second down.
Now a first throw here in overtime. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23.
The temptation to go for it probably there. Always is, especially in overtime. Got to punt it, though.
I think you're right. I think that you absolutely have to punt it away and trust your defense, especially play a little field position here. But you're so right about the temptation. Another way to satisfy that, though, line up in punt formation and fake it. That's another way to get it done.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. They juked him. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
Well, their defense did the job, got off the field without giving up any points. And now, Charles, all they need here is a field goal, and they get the victory.
Yeah, and this is the way I love overtime. I'm one of those really, really old school guys that like sudden death right from the beginning. Well, we've got it now because any points wins the game. On defense, get a safety, a pick 6, fumble return, you can win it as well. So I'm really looking forward to this series and see how both sides play it. That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Back to throw here. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down. Now back to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open. open, complete.
And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 46. They'll run with Davis. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Here's Davis to run again on 2nd.
2 yards, good enough for a first. They'll drop to throw. He will find Davis on the left side, complete. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. They'll set up to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 21. They're going to look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Cox. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. He's padding his already great numbers here in overtime. More importantly, though, moving his guys downfield.
And I think that's exactly what's going through his head right now. Moving them downfield, putting them in a position to win the game. The stats, that's for the fantasy guys. I know they're enjoying that show.
Again, he'll drop to throw. This is caught. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Davis, and he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So for the Buccaneers, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Arizona to take on